Welcome to my podcast, Over 40 and Fabulous, the show that helps you live your best life no matter your age. I'm Robin Thomas, lifestyle and wellness expert and a community leader in holistic health. I'm the founder of Living Well Connections, a healthy living community that supports, educates, and empowers us all to make healthy decisions toward a more balanced and fulfilling life. I have a background in medical research, and I love exploring the interplay of our physical, mental, and spiritual selves. This weekly show is your haven for real talk, science-based solutions, and inspiration from women who get it.
Hello, fabulous friends. Welcome to episode 2 of Over 40 and Fabulous. I'm so glad you're here. Last week, I told you a little bit of my personal story and introduced how by starting even one consistent healthy habit, we become motivated to make positive changes in our life, even in our 40s and over. Now today, we'll explore how to become happier and more positive by training our brain. Because even as we age, it is possible to train your brain to become happier and more positive due to our brain's natural ability to respond to habitual behaviors. Now, when my mother was in her 70s, she declared that she was too old to make any changes in her mindset, the way she thought and the way she acted. This makes sense because people used to believe that the brain became fixed after a certain age. However, newer research has revealed that the brain never stops changing in response to learning. Steps you can take to help encourage your brain to adapt and change at any age include being a lifelong learner. I find that singing in the choir and constantly learning new music stimulates my brain. You may enjoy reading, playing mind-boosting games, using artistic creativity, or traveling to new places. Now, restful sleep has also been shown to have important effects on both physical and mental health. Exercise has a number of brain benefits. Some research indicates that exercise might prevent neuron loss in key areas of the hippocampus, a part of the brain involved in memory and other functions. When we practice mindfulness and mindful meditations, focusing our attention on the present, we can nurture the brain's neuroplasticity. The bottom line is that habits form because the neurons in our brain are actually changing in response to repetition of specific patterns. So let's get started changing those neurons. In a little bit, I'll share 3 tips to stimulate brain neurons into patterns that train your brain to become happier and more positive.
Hello, fantastic friends. This is Robin Thomas, and I'm interrupting this episode to share a wonderful guide I've written to help myself and others get started with any health transformation, called 5 Ways to Get Started with Healthy Habits Without Getting Overwhelmed. This free guide leads you through 5 small steps that will allow you to ease into healthy habits until they become a natural part of your life. It's wonderful if you're just not quite sure how to get started. As you feel better, you'll become comfortable with your healthy habits and begin an upward spiral momentum of wellness. As a bonus, you'll be invited to join my healthy living community on Facebook, Living Well Connections, where you will find more information and heart-centered support for living your best life. To get this helpful guide, go to robinthomas.biz/community-support, and I'll put it in the show notes too. Drop in your email and it'll arrive straight in your inbox. Now, let's get back to the podcast.
The following tips have helped me personally and are easy to get started by yourself. Remember that it takes time and consistent effort to make lasting changes. My first tip is about breath work. Now, today I want to get started with a very simple first step, which will help you stay calm and focused. This step is helpful during transitions throughout the day or anytime you're feeling stressed. It's just as simple as breathing. You close your eyes and you breathe. Now make sure you're sitting comfortably in a chair with your knees bent and your shoulders, head, and neck relaxed. Breathe in slowly through your nose so that your stomach moves out against your hand. So I hold my hand against the stomach. And then I put my hand on my chest. It should remain stationary, so you're doing deep breath. You can consciously relax the tension in each part of your body as you breathe. You can relax your shoulders, your neck, your face, and actually even your thoughts. So while you're breathing, say the word release or relax as you breathe in through your nose and exhale through pursed lips. There are many variations of breath work using slow counts up to 5 or more with each breath. This breath work works to set a positive intention for the day, relieving anxiety, helping relax your body for sleep, or anytime you want to ground yourself. Tip 2, the practice of gratitude. Now that you're relaxed, it's time to add the habit of practicing gratitude. Although it seems so simple, practicing gratitude is a powerful tool to help us focus on the best things in life. But how do we start? Well, do you have 3 minutes a day to write down something you're grateful for? Each time you write down a grateful thought, you're planting a seed, training your brain to look for more positive experiences. Did you wake up to sunshine on your face? Were you greeted by a friend's warm smile? Did you solve a problem that's been bothering you? These are all seeds of joy waiting to blossom. At the end of the week, take a few minutes to revisit your gratitude list. Read each entry and savor the feeling of thankfulness as you read it. Remember the way you felt with each statement. This simple practice, just 3 minutes a day, 5 minutes a week, can transform your perspective. You'll start noticing more good, appreciating those glimmers, and finding joy where you least expect it. You'll be surprised how this tiny garden grows, blossoming into a vibrant source of happiness and resilience. Tip 3, reminders. We all know that getting started practicing breathwork or gratitude may be easy, but staying consistent is usually not so easy. So many times we're motivated to get started, but by the second week, we may skip a day here and there, and then skip the next week, and then we're right back where we began. So how do I stay consistent? Well, I don't depend on my memory, but I set a reminder on my phone. This works for any kind of healthy habit you want to develop, but I especially like it for practicing gratitude. So take your phone and set an alarm using a short phrase to name the alarm. Name it something meaningful to you. It could be simply the word grateful or the word breathe. And choose your alarm sound thoughtfully. Mine is an uplifting tone, arise. It brings me joy simply by listening to that little alarm. And it's very calming. But it also conditions my conscious and my subconscious mind to take time to be mindful of my feelings and what I'm grateful for in that moment. Choose the time of day that works for you. Maybe it's the beginning of the day, maybe it's lunchtime or mid-afternoon. I especially like setting a gratitude alarm for a lift during the mid-afternoon. When I'm living a life filled with gratitude, it brings a new perspective each day, each week, my whole life. Now, next week, I'm excited. We're going to have a special guest. 𝐬𝐶 is a transition worthiness coach, author, and teacher who has been leading clients through transformation for more than 20 years. Gail trained with world-renowned neuroscientists in guiding clients to rewire the brain for new levels of personal and professional success. She's the author of 2 books, Cancer as a Love Story, Developing the Mindset for Living, and To Hell and Back, Healing Your Way Through Transition. She's also an executive contributor for Brains magazine. And her most recent article is titled The Wisdom of Age. I'm so excited for Gail to join us next week.
Thank you so much for joining me at my Over 40 and Fabulous podcast. Please let me know if you have any questions about this episode. I will publish new episodes at noon Eastern on Saturdays, so you can listen and watch at your convenience. If this podcast has been helpful for you, please share it on your favorite social media platform or share directly with your fantastic friends. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next episode.